Now we are on the touch screen with Ibrahim. Congratulations. Many people like your video, the one that we put up the other day, and I think you gave us some good insight. So tonight we are lucky again because we are coming on air just as the last qualifiers finishes. So take us through it. Who made it in Group A? So
in Group A, Algeria made it through. They won 4 of their games due to lost none. And so they made it through as one of the 10 teams who are going.
So they played 6 and won 4.
Yes, and won 4.
Potentially one of Ghana's opponents.
Yes, one of Ghana's.
They are in very good form.
They are very good. They have won about. They are 31 games unbeaten at the moment. The last time they lost a competitive game was in October 2020. So they are in very very.
Where is
good
their
form.
strength, home or away?
Home, of course, home. But they are at the moment they are very good everywhere they go, and they have a very good team too. They have a very good coach.
What's their strength? Algeria.
Algeria, they have a very good team. Their team have been together for a very, very long time now. They started building the team from 2014. So they went to the 2014 World Cup. They were eliminated in the round of 16 by the eventual winners, Germany. And they kept that team. They only changed the managers. They kept back that team for a very long time now. And at the moment, they have one of their former players who is their coach, Jamal, who is their coach now, and he's very good. He was their captain in the 2004 African Cup of Nations. He won the last African Cup of Nations with them. He's brought a lot of discipline into the team. That's one thing that is helping them very much. And they have a lot of star players. Riyad Mahrez of Manchester City. Yes, he's the captain of the team.
So he's the powerhouse of the Algerian team.
Yes, he's the captain of the team.
Riyad Mahrez.
They have
he used to play for Leicester.
Yes, he used to play for Leicester.
He's nimble-footed.
Yes, he won the league with Leicester City when they did that surprise league win. And also have Islam Slimani. He was actually the goal king of the qualifiers by scoring 7 goals. So they have a very good
Where does Slimani play?
Slimani plays. He plays in Belgium.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's move on. We have to do it quickly.
Yes. So we'll come to Group B.
Another potential opponent.
Yes. Tunisia also went through. Tunisia, they were actually in serious. Zambia threatened them in the last minute, but they beat Zambia just before we came in. They beat Zambia to go through.
How many did they beat
by
Zambia?
3-1.
3-1.
Yes.
Game was played in Tunis.
Yes.
They needed to win that game.
Yes, they needed to. If Zambia had won that game, Zambia would have equaled.
Zambia would have been on 10.
Yes, Equatorial Guinea would have gone through if Zambia had won that
Equatorial Guinea?
Equatorial Guinea.
That's a revelation. They could have made it.
Yes, they could have made it if
ahead of Zambia.
Ahead of Zambia.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So Tunisia go through.
Yes, Tunisia went through.
Potential opponent for Ghana.
A potential opponent for Ghana.
But better than Algeria in terms of opponent.
Algeria is better than Tunisia.
No, they being our opponent. Better than Algeria.
Yes.
Okay, Tunisia playing Tunis. Okay, let's move on. And then C.
Group C, Nigeria went through.
Hey,
Nigeria,
the Super Eagles.
Yes, they drew with Cape Verde
in the last game.
This afternoon. Yes.
They needed a draw to go through.
They needed a draw to go through, and they delivered. That.
They beat Liberia.
Yes.
But it's not a very strong group. It's Cape Verde, Liberia, and Central Africa
Republic. They even lost against Central Africa Republic.
Nigeria, potential Ghana opponent.
Yes, also potential Ghana opponent.
In terms of opponent, better than Tunisia and Algeria?
Yes.
Better than Tunisia and Algeria?
Yes.
We can deal with them.
Yes.
We'll sort it out.
Not too... They didn't have it too smooth in the qualifiers. They struggled in some of them.
Amiobi doesn't play for them?
Iwobi
of Everton.
Yes, he plays for them.
He plays?
He's
a good player, isn't he?
He's a very good player. They also have Ndidi of Leicester City and Ihiniacho of Leicester City. They have their
Ihiniacho is Nigerian.
Yes,
okay.
Ihiniacho is Nigerian.
Then Nigeria is not bad.
Yeah, they have the quality players, but at the moment they are struggling to...
Who's their coach?
Their coach is Gennett Rohr, a German coach. He took them to the last World Cup in 2018 in Russia, and also took them to the African Cup of Nations, the last African Cup of Nations. So he's been with them for a very long time now.
I see. Okay. Nigeria, potential opponents. Yes. Okay, we might get them. Group D.
Yes, Cameroon. So Cameroon are also in the pot 2 with us. So we can't...
Okay, so they cannot be our opponent.
They can't
15 points they qualified with.
Yes, they qualified with 15 points. This evening they needed to win against Cote d'Ivoire.
And they did.
And they delivered.
So we will not meet them. And viewers, we will show you, we will explain to you why we say Ghana's, this one we will not meet, Ghana, this one we can meet. The potential opponent and those that we cannot meet. We'll get to that very shortly. Stay tuned with us. Okay, let's move on. Group E.
Group E, Mali. Mali also went through. You know, Mali are trying to get to their first World Cup. They've never been to the World Cup.
Oh, they've never been?
They've never been to the World Cup.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
They are known as one of the perennial underachievers of African football. They've never won the African Cup of Nations too, but they've always produced very quality players. So they are also known as one of the perennial underachievers.
But they came up with as much as 16 points.
16 points, yes.
That's interesting.
They had a very good qualifying round.
Are they potential for us or we cannot meet them?
No, we can't meet them.
They're in our pot. Okay, let's move on.
So we come to Group F and Egypt. Egypt also went through in Group F. Egypt actually didn't start well, and they fired their coach and brought in a new coach who was able to get them to qualify. But they are also in the same pot with us, so we can't meet Egypt.
Egypt's the same pot. They're not top 5.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on.
And Group G,
Ghana, we made it.
Yes, that's how Ghana went through.
What is the latest of the football conversation about the penalty?
So the penalty, everyone has their side of the story. But this evening, just before we came, we saw a picture that one media house brought in, which brought in a very closer shot of what happened. That probably made the referee whistle for a penalty, and you could see the South African player holding Daniel Amate. You could see his arm on Daniel Amate's shoulders. And that is probably giving those who are saying it's a penalty and that he talk about. But the South Africans are not convinced at all. Yeah, so that's the video, the contentious.
Okay, so let's look at it. Okay, thank you, producer, for this video. Okay, so the ball comes in.
Yes.
The video will start again. The ball comes in that way. Oh, I wish I could pause it. Okay, let's. So the ball comes in. The head pause. Okay. It's coming in again. Okay, hold it there. So the Ghanaian player in white.
Yes, that's Daniel Amate.
The South African, that's Daniel Amate.
Yes.
Okay, sort of on the ball. The Ghanaian player who jumped missed the ball. But now the ball comes on the ground. So there's contact from the South African player in yellow upon the Ghanaian player's shoulders. That's what you are alleging.
Yes.
Okay, move it. Let's see how he goes down.
So there are a lot of camera angles. When you look at this camera angle, it really helps. But there's one camera angle where a supporter was in the stands, and he was able to film
with his phone
from the back of where the South African player was standing. And that camera angle was also quite good.
But in terms of the protest that they've lodged, what are the rules? Could it
so
become...
the protest that they have lodged, so what they are really looking for is probably for a replay. And what is making them have hope that they could get a replay in that, in the last World Cup qualifiers in 2017, they were in the same group with Senegal. And there was a match between South Africa and Senegal in South Africa, where a Ghanaian referee, J.O. Lamte, awarded South Africa a penalty, which was later found to be dubious. So an investigation was held. Senegal sent a protest about the penalty, and an investigation was held, and it was found out that the referee had been compromised by some betting syndicates to get South Africa to at least score 2 goals in that game. So there were a lot of evidence that were provided, and that resulted in FIFA calling for a replay of that game. So that's the...
How long did all the investigations take? Because we are
it took that one took a very long time. That one took a very long time because we had a very long time between the qualifiers being over and the World Cup happening. Unlike now that the COVID had disrupted the calendar, so we had to rush and play the qualifiers quickly. So it's quite different if you look at the time span.
So the protest will be considered by CAF?
FIFA has said this evening. We just said FIFA. They said they have received it and they'll be looking into it. But in order to get a match, in order to get something of that sort for a game to be replayed, there must be proof that really the referee was influenced to take a decision that was not right. There must be concrete proof about that. So we don't know whether the South Africans have such evidence yet.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on this one.
Group H, Senegal, one of the
potential opponents. We don't want them. We don't. Yes, we don't want Sadio Mane. No, not at all.
They have a lot of quality players in their side. They have a lot of quality players. Senegal, the Teranga Lions of Senegal. They are also perennial underachievers.
It looks like
They've been to the World Cup on only 2 occasions.
Have they won the African Cup of Nations?
They've never won the African Cup of Nations.
Even with Jules Bokande.
They've gone to finals only twice in 2002 and also in the last
one. Yeah.
Yes, Algeria beat them by.
Algeria are the current champions.
Yes, they are the current champions.
That team they beat Senegal.
Yes, they beat Senegal. Yeah. They actually beat Senegal twice in that tournament.
Yeah.
At the beginning, they've played the first game and they beat them, and in the finals they beat them. So Senegal are looking.
Okay, we don't want Senegal. Let's move on.
And Group I,
Morocco. 18 points.
Yes, they won all their games.
They won all the 6. Okay, yes. There's Guinea-Bissau, Guinea, and Sudan.
Yes, they all won.
Guinea is not bad.
But they won all their games, but played majority of even their away games at their home ground.
Because of COVID?
Because of Guinea, because of the coup d'etat. So they went to Guinea to play the game, and that was the time that the coup happened. And so the game had to be abandoned, and Morocco went back to Morocco without playing the game. Then FIFA moved that game to Morocco. So Guinea played their home game in Morocco.
Okay.
So they played about 2 games.
So in terms of, are they political potential opponents?
Yes, they're also potential opponents, Morocco. Okay. And you know, we have history with them when it comes to the World Cup qualifiers. We have history with them. We've made them,
us, yeah.
Yes, we've made them in World Cup qualifiers about twice, and they've eliminated us in all.
Let's move on. We don't want Morocco.
Group J, so DR Congo.
But they are with us.
Yes, they are with us.
So we cannot meet them.
Can't meet them.
Otherwise, we'll take them.
We can't meet them.
And we'll beat them.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Oh, that's it. Okay, so now let's go to the different pots. Okay, so viewers, just so you understand now, what has happened is that there are 10 African countries to the final round, and they have been grouped in order of FIFA ranking. So the top 5 are in one group. So the top 5 cannot meet each other. The other 5 are in the other group, and the second group will be paired one against each other. So let's get on and show us. Oh, it's not on yet.
So the pot, okay, the pot is not on yet.
Yeah, there it is. Is it this one?
No, it's not this one.
No, we want the pot. We want the pot. Yes, this one.
So this is the pot.
Okay, so let's go. Take us through it.
So this is the ranking.
Pot 1.
Yes, so this is the ranking. The pot is, the balloting is going to be done based on ranking. So the first 5 who are on the ranking, the FIFA ranking and CAF ranking. Senegal is number 1, Tunisia is 2, Morocco is 3, Algeria is 4, and Nigeria is 5. So they will make up pot 1. And now they will be drawn against the next 5, which are Egypt, Ghana, Cameroon, Mali, DR Congo.
Oh, okay, so we can't meet Egypt.
So we can't meet Egypt.
Oh, that's good news. So we can't meet Egypt, we can't meet Cameroon, we can't meet Mali, we can't meet DR Congo. Okay, so these are potential opponents. We could meet Senegal, home and away.
Yes, home and away.
That'll be tight. Tunisia, we'll beat them. Morocco 50-50. Algeria, no, we don't want it. Nigeria will deal with it.
It will be a very feisty encounter.
We'll deal with Nigeria. Okay, so this is where we are. When is the draw?
The draw, by the end of the year, the draw should be done. The draw should be done. But the playoffs will be in March next year, after the African Cup of Nations.
I see. So in the African Cup of Nations, are we playing any of these?
Yes, we are playing. We are in the same group with Morocco in the African Cup of Nations. We are in the same group with Morocco, Gabon, and Comoros.
We are in Morocco, Gabon, Comoros. When
and
we qualify out of that group, do we potentially have any of these?
Yes, we have Nigeria. Nigeria are in the next group.
Okay, so if we are first, they are second, we play them.
Yes, we could potentially meet Nigeria.
If they are first, we are second, we play them.
Yes, we could play them.
When is the African Cup of Nations?
It's in January.
Where?
January, February in Cameroon.
Oh, Cameroon are the host country.
Yes,
they've also qualified.
Yes.
Okay, so there'll be a lot. So have all these countries qualified for the African Cup of Nations?
Yes, all
10.
Yes, all these countries.
African Cup of Nations was 16 countries.
But it has been increased now to 32.
African Cup of Nations.
Yes, it's been increased.
32.
The last edition, it was increased from the last edition.
So the last edition was 32.
It was 32, and Ghana were eliminated from the round of 16. You know, they didn't used to have round of 16.
I've grown old. African Cup of Nations is 32.
Yes.
But when I was growing up, the World Cup was 24, and it became 32. We're complaining. African Cup of Nations of 52 nations is 32.
Yes.
Whoa. So that takes what, a month to finish playing?
Yes, a month.
32.
It started from the last.
So how many groups each? How do they do it?
So what they do is that the first two from the group will qualify to the next round, but also best third team the best third team in 3 groups will
also
so
the next round is 16.
Yes, the next round
then
is
from
round
there
of
to
16.
8. Semi-final, then final.
Final.
Okay. It's not bad. It's interesting. All 10 are in.
Yes.
So what's your gut feeling?
My gut feeling is that Ghana will go through.
To the World Cup?
Yes.
And we'll be in Qatar?
No matter the opponent we meet here, I think Ghana will go through.
By the grace of God?
Yes.
The adrenaline is pumping?
Yes.
And the Kumasi people say the Kumasi Stadium is ready, so we should come there.
Yes. I think
and get the World Cup qualified.
I think the players
and qualify for the World Cup from there. They say that they are our best supporters.
Yes.
But we have to be grateful to Cape Coast. They've given us victories throughout.
Yes. We've never lost a game there since we started playing there. We've never lost a game.
Okay. We'll leave it here. We're going over to talk about something tidal waves.